Hi, everyone. I'm alive. I'm here. Ah, I appreciate you people so much. So many people wrote me notes to see if I was okay. Yeah, I'll tell you why in a minute. Riri, hi. Thank you for the purchase, Riri. Uh, I was wondering if when it got cold in the first snowfall, if I would sell that. It's so soft and nice. Ah. Well, it is. Hi, Janet Kay. Hi, glad you're here. We had our first snowfall uh, day before yesterday. Actually, it started, and then yesterday it snowed a lot. We had for a while. I thought we were going to have a lot more snow than we actually did. It snowed really hard for a good hour, and then it sort of, tapered down. So we only got maybe 3 or 4 inches of snow, which isn't really a lot. When you think of what my sister got in Erie, like 24 plus inches, and they were expecting more. But the highway is has been open for a while now. They had to close I-90, which is a big highway. I haven't talked to her since the snow, so I have to call her and see if it's finally stopped. I think it has. They told us it came over the weather that we were in a snow emergency, and I thought that's why I thought we were going to get a lot more snow. If they call 3 to 4 inches a snow emergency, I don't know. But evidently, the Postal Service thinks it's emergency because I had to call. It was approaching 4 o'clock today, and I had packages out to get picked up. They pick up my packages on the back deck. So they have to come up the driveway and uh, pick up the packages, and that's where they leave my mail also in the bin. And they've been doing it for a number of years. So I called them because they usually stop delivering around 4 o'clock or so. So I called and I got a hold of somebody. And she asked if first of all, she said a couple drivers called in. And so they were short drivers. So the drivers are out longer. And she would let them know for sure that I have packages in the back. But they should know that because I fill out a whole form with the Postal Service. I do it about every 6 months. I've filled 6 months worth. I think this goes through December. And then at the end of December, I have to do a new one. But anyway, it came to be 5 o'clock and no mail pickup. She said she was going to talk to them, and she asked me if my driveway was plowed. No, it isn't plowed. I'm not going to call my plow guy to take by now it's like down to 2 inches because, it settles. Yeah, there's 2 inches of snow on my driveway. I'm not going to have my driveway plowed for 2 inches of snow. And I'm not going to shovel my driveway. It's long. So she says, well, it's up to the driver if he wants to walk. They're not allowed. If the driveway isn't plowed, they're not allowed to drive their little truck up the driveway. Now, whatever happened to that saying? Didn't the Postal Service have that saying, uh, through rain, through snow, through whatever, the mail will be delivered? Whatever happened to that? You know? Well, evidently, a truck must have gotten stuck at some point in somebody's driveway in the snow, and now they won't drive their little truck up here. So I know during the winter when there's a lot more snow than this, my regular driver, who's of course a woman, she walks the whole driveway and will come up and pick up all my packages. So pretty soon, like at 5:30, I see a postal truck, and it's not the little one, it's a bigger one. And he stopped at the end of the driveway. So he must have gotten out and walked up the driveway like a good postal carrier should, and picked up my packages, thank goodness, because I have 1 day shipping. Uh, Maybe I should change for the winter, maybe I should change that to 2 day shipping. I don't think it makes much difference. Does anybody, do buyers really look at that? You know, I would still ship it every day, but just in case. I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure there's a way. Uh, well, let me tell you what happened. I had my form and everything filled out, just about filled out. I was ready to come on last night. I got horrible cramps in my stomach. I mean, worse than usual. I don't know if anybody knows or if I've told anybody a while. This is a long time ago. I have I have IBS, which has been at bay for quite a while, a number of years. I haven't had any problem with it. And I certainly hope it isn't raising its ugly head again. But that's the kind of cramps I was having. So, yeah, I didn't want to be in severe pain while I was on, and I didn't want to have any problems. So, I just canceled it, and it was at the last minute. I'm so sorry, but I'm fine. Renee says they've been getting their mail later and later. It's always after dark now. Oh dear. Yeah. I don't know what the problem with the post office is. Yes, I could lose that top rated. I don't have top rated plus because I don't have uh the one thing you have to have no shipping or free returns. I don't have free returns on mine. I'm top rated, but I don't have that top rated plus. But if I'd be late shipping, more than a couple times, uh, I could get docked for that. Whatever they do to you, they they put you down a notch. Uh, yeah, IBS is terrible. It is. Yeah. Well, I was very hopeful. I haven't had this problem in a long time, so I'm hoping it does not come back. Free returns, right? I don't have that. Uh, Paula, hi. Yes, I'm feeling better. Thank you. Ah, Bumblebee's here, keeping track. Brylan's here. Renee's here. Yeah, everybody's here. Um, Maybe some people that usually come, they'll be confused with this, but I wanted to come on. Last night, I was going to talk about something altogether different. And in 1 day, I've changed my mind. You know, I started watching, it's just the holiday season. I started watching this Vlogmas. I didn't even know it was a thing. I don't remember ever watching it any other years, but I saw it on there and I saw that people are making videos about it. And it's a good thing to make videos and put a lot of videos on at this time because the reason being that um, if you are monetized, the people doing the ads pay more money to have ads on at this particular time of year. You can see why, Christmas time and all that stuff. So it's a good time to make a lot of videos. So people started doing this Vlogmas the whole month of December. Well, the 1st to the 25th up till Christmas, they do a video a day. And it has to be sort of Christmas oriented. Well, I didn't find out about it till the 5th. Yes, yesterday, really. And I was going to start and just do, from yesterday on, but I never did it yesterday because I didn't feel well. So I was going to start today. And that's what I was going to talk about yesterday. But since yesterday, I've decided not to do that. Now, I may put more videos on this month just because it would be, a benefit for my YouTube channel to do that. But I'm not going to do the Vlogmas. Today and yesterday, part of yesterday and more today, I started to get my things out of the basement to decorate for Christmas. Because it just seems like I just decorated for Thanksgiving because it was so late. I haven't had my fall decorations out but a week and a half, I swear. So I took them all down and started getting out of the bins in the basement, started getting the things out for to decorate my mantles and, fill my baskets with poinsettias and things like that. So, yeah, I'm going to wait till Samantha comes till I get the tree out. And I would like to get the bigger tree out. It's not real big, it's skinny, but it's bigger than the Charlie Brown tree. So I'll have to make that decision. I don't know. Uh, you'd put it on 2-day shipping, less stress for me. Yes, I know. I'm going to see where I can do that. I'm not sure where you go to change. Probably you have to go to your, you know, where you do all your shipping stuff. I hope it's just easy to change everything. I hope you don't have to change them one by one. Yes, this is normal. This is for everybody normally a very stressful time for some reason. It should just be a happy time, but they always say uh, Christmas is a stressful time for people. Janet says, my IBS only flares up when I'm around your mother-in-law. Oh dear. Uh, uh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do have it, and it's not fun for sure. It's just a big problem. Uh, so as far as Vlogmas goes, I will show my decorations once I get, you know, my Christmas decorations up, and do some maybe Bible reading about Christmas. But as far as doing the whole Vlogmas, I'm not going to do that. I joined. Well, you. it's a paid thing. You have to pay for it, but they were giving 3 months for $5 a month, which is super cheap for this. It's vidIQ, and they walk you through finding your niche. They walk you through. It's a step by step every single day. You have to do these things, and it's sort of fun. And it's supposed to get my YouTube channel started. Really started to maybe actually make a dollar or two. Uh, yes, because I'm sure not making anything with eBay. Now, yes, that's because I'm not listing. Um, I'm not listing because I don't have anything to list. So I'm doing sell similar every single day. I am selling a thing or two, but not much at all for this time of year. But I'm not going to worry about it. You know, it just isn't bothering me. I would rather get rid of a lot of inventory instead of buying a whole lot, because I actually last month thought about buying some big boxes, but I'm not going to do that. Uh, I think sooner or later I have a box from Bumblebee coming. Uh, yeah. Sam asks, do you have any disposable gloves, plastic gloves, rubber gloves, cleaning gloves, surgical gloves? I only have some nitrile, those blue uh, gloves are disposable gloves that I use in the kitchen mostly. I usually put them on when I'm going to handle raw chicken or do anything messy. That's the only gloves I have. Yeah. In fact, I have to order more of them. My box is getting toward the end. Uh, Sam gloves. He likes gloves. Do you have it? Yeah. Live streaming. Would you wear the nitrile disposable gloves on both hands just for me while you are live streaming, as I will stay and watch the live stream as well? No. I'm sorry, Sam. Uh, uh, yeah. But this is, please go away, Sam. Uh, this is a question and answer session that I'm having tonight. So Sam did ask his question and I answered it. So, yeah, any questions about my life here on the homestead, my animals that I've had or still have, you know, chicken questions, eBay questions, reselling, anything. Hmm. The one thing that I thought, vidIQ says that they do, I mean, this is all done um, with the AI stuff, I'm sure, but they know all about my channel. When you join, they know all about the channel. Thank you, Bumblebee. Uh, yeah. And oh, dear, Sam must have done bad things. He's been deleted. Sorry, trying to ship a package. That's okay. Uh, uh, Sam is a weirdo. Well, yeah, probably. Most likely. Uh, I forgot my train of thought now. Anyway, it'll come back to me sooner or less. Yes, a box. Yes, thank you for deleting. That's why a bumblebee has the wrench. I think her and my sister are the ones with the wrench. I could give other people wrenches too, but bumblebee's usually always here. Uh, yeah, but this vidIQ, they use AI and they know all about my YouTube channel, so they can tell you. They give you suggestions every day and they teach you things, and they teach you a little bit every day, and they're slowly working to what sort of my niche might be. I'll let you know when it's for sure. Uh, yes, it's Bumblebee. Uh, do you think it's beneficial to have a store on eBay versus just selling, not a big time seller? The big thing, Janet, about the best thing about having a eBay store, one, I forget what the name of the very lowest one. Uh, you can't have sales on that one, but the next one up, the basic one, you have to have at least that one to be able to run sales in on eBay, and that is the biggest. Is the action. Uh, that's the biggest advantage, I think, for sure, because running sales or having coupons and stuff like that, that really, nobody wants to buy anything at full price. They like to buy things no matter what the price, if it says sale on there, like like 10, well, not so much 10%, but 15%, 20%, 25%, that really spurs on sales. So I think that's the biggest advantage of having a store. It is costly. I have a premium store, which is the next up from the basic, I think. And I have to pay $60 a month, which is expensive. But the basic store is only $21 or $22 a month, I think. To tell you the truth, I may move down to that one. Uh, uh, I like the clue game. The basic's only $4.95. Well, what's the next one? Is there another one between basic and premium then? The very lowest one I thought was $4.95. And then the next one up I thought was 20 something. Yeah, the starter store. Starter store is $4.95. Then the basic store is 20 something. And then the one I have is the one most people have, I think, and it's $59.95 a month. But to get that price, you have to pay it by the year, which is a big hunk of money, once a year to pay out. Or you don't pay it. You have to you just have to agree to have it for a year. That's why I can't move. I can't change my store subscription till the I think I joined in July. So until July or the month before, like in June, I could change without getting docked because I will get a fee if I change before that. You have to go the full year. So I may change it back to move it back to basic. We'll see. You would be in the hole. Yeah. Yeah, you have to sort of play with the numbers until you figure out if it's worth it to you to pay that much a month, whatever store you decide. uh, Brylan, it was Bryland. It was. I think she erased all of Sam's things. There's something about his name, Sam Gloves. He has that name for a reason, and he evidently likes gloves. Yeah, it's kind of it was strange. Renee says, I have a starter store. I am a very part time seller. I want to learn eBay before you retire, so this has allowed me to do so. Yes. Yes, that's it. Does the starter store let you have I didn't think it did. Does it let you run sales? Enough said, yeah. Uh, I don't think there's any weird people I haven't already met being a nurse. So there you go. Uh, uh, E52, you know. Did you give did you give those meds? Yeah, I'm losing you here, Brylan. B52, you know. Did you give those meds? I missed what you're saying there. Renee, yes, it allows sales offers. You do not get any free shipping supplies. You can list 250. Oh, even with the starter store, you still can run sales. Ah, well, that's good. Oh, a combination of drugs for anxiety. Is that B52? I don't know those drugs. I don't, they must have been something that came out, the combination after. Given in psych wards a lot. Benadryl, Haldol, and Lorazepam. Well, we gave those separately. It wasn't a combined thing. See, that's how old I am. We had to give them separately. Uh, I don't know. Do they have it all in one pill now? Or you mean just giving them those three drugs? Yeah. Yeah, we gave those. We gave all those drugs. Yeah, I remember when Haldol was a big thing. Then toward the end of my career, I don't think there was much Haldol being given out. I don't know. Oh, an injection, one all at one time, but 3 jabs. Okay. It's back huge now. Well, hopefully that doesn't mean there are just more crazy people out there. Uh, Oh, it's a nurse and pharmacist joke. The B-52. Okay, got you. I'm just too old, I guess. Uh, okay, let's see. I told you I joined vidIQ. I'm learning a lot about YouTube. I told you about our snow and the late mail, and the eBay's down a lot. So it's up to you now. I told you all the stuff I had on my list. Uh, well, I didn't tell you what I made the last couple days. The last couple days for that grocery shopping haul I did from Bueller's, I think I put on about that, one of my favorite little in-town grocery stores. Um, I had bought some chicken at a really good price, chicken quarters. It's the leg and the thigh together, and I bought a bunch of them. And I froze them each separately so that I didn't have to make a humongous pot of soup, because the trouble is when I do that, I don't have containers to put it in to freeze it. So I only can make sort of a big pot, but not huge. So I took 1/4 chicken quarter and chopped up celery, onions, and carrots and made chicken soup. I had the chicken stock that I had bought at Bueller's. I made a nice big pot of chicken soup, and then I put in Kaluski noodles, if you know what they are. A couple handfuls of them, and I have this wonderful chicken soup now that really tasted good today. And then on the same day, must have been a cooking day, because the same day I had bought a roasted chicken. You know, they have those roasted chickens. And it wasn't hot, it was cold. It was in a bag. It was, you can put this bag right in the microwave and heat it up. You open the top a little bit, heat it up in the microwave. So then I heated up this whole little roasted chicken. It's all already cooked. I heated it up so it would be easy to work with. And then I, took a fork and, you know how you scrape it and you do like not shaved, what's the word? The chicken, and I put barbecue sauce and a little bit of maple syrup, mixed it all up, and I have like 3 containers of that. It's great, makes great sandwiches. So I did that all in one day. Yeah. My chickens have not come out of their coop. This is the 3rd day. It's been so cold. Now tomorrow it's actually supposed to be above freezing. So I'll open their pop door. They were hiding in their coop, so I didn't even open their pop door. I gave them their treats inside the coop. It was so cold, and they were fine with that, evidently. And that saves me a trip going out, at dusk to shut their door. So I'll see what they want to do tomorrow. If they want to come out, I'll let them out for the day. But I don't know. It's supposed to go up to 34, 35, which will seem kind of warm. Maybe they'll come out. And sunny. So we'll see. don't think I have any other notes here. Still testing. That Yeti mug that I have is just not keeping my coffee hot. It keeps it hot maybe for 2 hours and then it starts to get lukewarm. So maybe after Christmas I'll try another brand, that Jeju Rusi or whatever it's called. I have I found this. I don't know if I've showed you this before or not. Back when we had our horses, those are the horses, our 3 horses we had. Now my daughter, this horse was Satire. This was her Arab, her little Arab. And yeah, he had all kinds of, he survived a bad colic that twisted his gut inside. He had to have surgery. It cost $12,000, I might add. He survived that and lived a couple more years. He was old to begin with. I mean, old when he had the surgery. But then he started having neurological problems. And he fell a couple times. In fact, he fell right on Michelle once, but he was just a little horse. And evidently, the way he fell didn't hurt her at all. But then he fell in his stall and he broke his upper femur right by his hip. Oh, that can't be fixed in a horse. He was in such horrible pain and had to be put down. But he lived a good long time. I forget how old he was when we lost him, but yeah. And this is my horse Preacher. He lived till he was 22 or 23. Good life. And then had a stroke. Went blind. I mean, quick, within hours. And I had to have him put down. And this is Echo, who I rehomed. And he's living the good life on a big farm, getting ridden a lot with some real horse people. And yeah, so we made this book a long time ago. It's just a little photo book. You send in your photos. This was Echo, picture I took of Echo. He has grass hanging out of his mouth. And this over here was my first pointer. That was Rocky. He was my husband's hunting dog. That's me. That was when Preacher and I were in our best shape. I was riding all the time. He was being ridden all the time. And this is Preacher here, the quarter horse. This is one of my favorite pictures of Echo. Right here. Looks like Black Beauty. My daughter and her Satire. Calico Antiques is here. I'll tell you about my daughter's job. It's going very well in a minute. Tell us about your antique store. Okay. All right. Uh, Let me see. And here's another favorite picture of mine of Preacher. Yeah, it's a nice book. I look at this quite often. I miss having horses, but I don't miss the cost. It's terribly expensive to have any horses, and we had three. Okay. My daughter's job is going well. She likes it. She likes the people she's working with. Uh, she has to do some heavy lifting. They have a lot of military contracts, and she's making parts of missiles and things like that. Missile things that hold missiles, not the missile. And she works in the prepping department where it gets prepped. This metal, it's all metal things. She works in the department that helps mask things before it goes to the painters, and then they have to unmask it. Sometimes she has to run a sander, things that she's never done before. But yeah, and then they have other things come in that they have to. I don't quite understand it. They have to lift these big long things up onto a racks for the painters to do. And she said she only had to pull the girl card once. When she she has to be able to lift 40 pounds, which she can with no problem, but she can't lift 60 pounds over and over and over again. So these were heavier things, and she lifted a couple of them with the help of another guy, but there was lots of them to be lifting from the floor up to above her head. So she said she pulled the girl card once so far. Uh, but yes, she works the middle shift from 2 in the afternoon to 10 at night, and that's a shift she likes. Now, Calico Antiques. Tell us about my antique store. My antique store, we we started selling antiques, my husband and I, back when he loved to go to auctions. We went to lots of auctions, and we collected so much stuff that we entirely filled up a garage full. And we had a huge garage sale, and I made like $2,000. That's how much stuff there was in there. So we continued to go to auctions. And I told him we can't go to auctions anymore unless we have a store. So we got a store. And we first got a store in Hinckley, Ohio, which is not far from where I live now. And then we moved from that little tiny store to Strongsville that was in a house. And then it was with another lady. And after a year or two, she decided she wanted the whole house to herself for all her own things. So we moved out of there, and we found the place in Avon, which that's where most of the time we had a store was, in Avon, Ohio. And funny, that is where my daughter's working at. That's where this factory is. But the town of Avon is very quaint. It's full of century and older homes. It has a lot of antique stores. And I think that's the first place that started the candlelight walks. Now there's one that was just going on, that just started a couple weeks ago, that was in Medina, Ohio. That's a very old one too. I think that's been going for like 40 years. I think. I may be wrong about that. It's a long time. But Yes, so we sold a lot of colonial primitive type antiques, a lot of furniture. Uh, we sold some uh, ceramic, glassware, china type things, but a lot of furniture uh, in that with that look, that colonial type, primitive look, because that's what I liked. And I didn't like to buy things that I didn't like for fear. I was always afraid, what if the store closes? What if we can't make this work and I have to take everything home? But yeah, but we had it for 17 years, and I don't think we ever made a bunch of money doing it. We made the most money we made is when we sold out everything, when we decided to give up the antique business. Uh, the reason we decided, because we moved here to Medina, and it's a long ways from Medina to Avon. We used to live in Parma, and it was a half hour to get there then. And I worked the store every day. So, yeah. So when we moved to Medina, there was no way I was going to travel an hour or more to get to this store that really wasn't making a huge amount of money anyway. We did it because we liked it. We liked to have it. We liked to have the store. We liked to go shopping. We liked to go, you know, antique hunting. One time we took a trip. It was it was sort of when we were just sick of winter, and we had a van back then because we'd go to Pennsylvania and find antiques, and we could visit my family too. But we decided, sort of toward the end of a winter that had been really bad. Uh, Jack and I decided that we were going to take the van and we were going to look for spring. We both took vacation, and we traveled uh, west and then south. And we went all the way, Brylan. We went all the way to Louisiana. I think we had to go all the way down there to find spring that year. But we filled up the van. We went from Louisiana, then we went across and over uh, and up the East Coast. And I still have things from an antique store in North Carolina that I kept. And one is a mantle, and it's behind all those bins over there. It's on the wall. Uh, so you can't see it, but a lot of things that from this trip, a few things I got that was for me, for the house. And yeah, but it was fun. It was fun buying for the antique store. And that's why we did it. Yeah. No, we liquidated everything. We had huge sales. We had huge sales. And then I think at the very end, somebody came in and bought the rest of it. Uh, but there was somebody was standing in line for that house, as far as moving in to have a store. And right now, my daughter took pictures of the area, and that big old house, which was from the 1800s, also is still there, and there's a store in it, and on the side of it, there's like a side kitchen and then a porch, and they've turned that into a little restaurant. But yeah, so we sold the antique business, when we moved to Medina because it was just too far away. But good memories. I still like antiques. Mm. And I do have a few, even right that are from the store. Ah, yeah. So, any more questions? I have 10 more minutes before I have to do my insulin injection for the cat that's driving me crazy. Toward the end, like toward, I don't know, she starts like 2 in the afternoon and she continually, if she sees me, continually is following me around meowing at me because she wants to eat. She doesn't eat till 8. So I have to give her you know, little a couple kibbles here and a couple kibbles there, which I don't even think I'm supposed to be doing. I give her a little tiny spoonful of wet food, which is actually better. I think I've told my antique store story once before. You're from Pennsylvania and you love primitives too. Yes, that's my favorite kind of antique. Pennsylvania has some really good antiques and really nice antique stores in Pennsylvania. Have I used the weighted blanket yet? No, I've never had a weighted blanket. You mean the grounded? No, you said blanket. I couldn't, as far as the grounding sheet, I gave that to my daughter, who is big on this grounding thing, because I don't have any grounded receptacles upstairs my bed, but where my bed is. That is where Lavender Clothesline's from Pennsylvania, yes. I don't have a weighted blanket. Have you ever used one, Renee? I'm not sure if I would like, especially on the bed. I wouldn't like to have a weighted blanket on the bed on me. Yes, the ground. Oh, you meant the grounding sheet. Yeah, I gave that to my. I've never tried a weighted blanket. Uh, I get claustrophobic when I might get tangled up in my sheets on the bed. So I don't think I'd like a weighted blanket. But yeah, I would have loved to have the grounding sheet, but yeah, I just you don't think you'd like it either? No, I don't think so. Uh, I would have loved to try it. I'm going to see what my daughter says about it. I'm sure she'll use it. She's upset now because she can't, now that winter's here, she can't go out because she would go out every day in her bare feet and on the ground, you know, and she swore she was feeling better doing that. So we'll see. I'm anxious to see what she says about it. I just gave it to her at Thanksgiving. So my dog is laying here and the cat is making noise out in the kitchen. I hope she's not trying to get into something. Package shipped. Why do you have a sad face there? You like antiques too? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's only a few antiques that I have now that I really don't want to sell. Uh, well, I can't sell furniture, but as far as smalls, and those are things that I got from my aunt Ada. I have some brown transfer pieces, nice big teapots and coffee pots. Uh, but when I took around my daughter-in-law and my daughter at Thanksgiving time, I showed them all the things and the stories, behind some of the things that I have. Renee has a new cat. He showed up and we fed him, and now he's yours. Yes, that's how it works. Uh, yeah, that's how my daughter got so many cats. They kept showing up on her porch, but then she'd feed them. She couldn't stand that they'd be out there in the winter. So, yeah, her and her Deanna, her best friend who had bought the house with her, she now lives with her boyfriend, but uh, all these cats had none of them had been fixed. That's why there was more and more cats. So they trapped these cats, each one two or three at a time, and took them to the shelters and had them fixed. And then, of course, then they took them back. So yeah, my daughter, the cat lady. Ah, you'd never know. If you'd walk in her house, you'd never know there was any cats in there, though. Some are still indoor outdoor cats. My cat's an indoor outdoor cat. Of course, she doesn't like to go out in the snow, and she does stick right in the area, right in the yard. Mm. I think she's getting to like to go out less and less as she gets older. Maybe since she found out she can actually catch a mouse once in a while in the house because in a 174-year-old house you'll have mice. There's no way to keep them out. He's been neutered, so I'm not sure where he came from. We asked the neighbors, but nobody claimed him. Well, that's great. He's been neutered. My sister had cats. She doesn't have any at the moment. She always loved big orange male cats. Uh, I never had an orange cat. They're supposed to have their own. Oh, it's a few relief face. Okay. I thought something happened to the package. Mhm. Yeah, orange cats are supposed to have their own type of personality, but I never had an orange cat. So, uh, emojis on your end look different on my stream. I wonder why. strange. All right, I think I have to close and go take care of my cat. Because there's the alarm, and that one is for the insulin. So I will see you back here on Sunday. But the amount of sales that I've made so far is just a piddly amount here. Unless I do better in the next few days, I have sales running. And I'm doing sell similar every day. So thank you for joining me. And Island Farm, bye. Bumblebee, Renee, Riri, Janet, and Calico Antiques. So I hope I didn't miss anybody. I will see you back here on Sunday if you want to join me to see what I sold. And can ask more questions then. And I will see you all then. Thank you so much for coming tonight after I sort of was among the missing yesterday. So everybody take it easy. And I hopefully will get more Christmas stuff up that I can take more pictures of. So I see you on Sunday at 4 o'clock. So bye-bye.